welcome back to the channel. Today we got another Cincinnati Bass League at the old home lake. If you guys have been seeing the Wednesday nighter videos, haven't posted one in a while because it's been a struggle there, but you guys been seeing those videos. That's that lake, and should have an advantage, but let's see how we do.
I think you're a keeper, but no, you're not. First one, buzzbait. I don't think they're 14 either. No, a little one. Cannot get a decent one today. Might be a keeper. He's a little football, but I don't think he's a keeper. Another little one. God damn, man. Oh, fish number 5. Fish number 6 right there. Well, so far, guys, it's just been things source. Have one 13.7/8, 13/16, whatever you want to call that measurement on the frog. But 3 on a buzzbait, 1 on a frog. I don't know if I showed the clip or not, but got 2 bites on the free rig. I was mainly fishing grass first thing. With a couple of grass spots I want to fish. It's only about 9 o'clock, but wind's coming. It's pushing current pretty decent into these shallow brush. So I'll take the stupid tube, chuck it around. Just had another bite there. Caught one on the first brush on that point. And then yeah, try to cover different things and then see what happens. But just this lake's 14 inches, so it's kind of rough to try to find 14s. There's a lot of the 13s in this lake, 13.5ers. So let's see what happens today. It was 6, man. Damn. Another small one. Damn.
Both explosive plays that have a good quarterback. They were concerned about the running back situation. Well, Nate Frazier solved that as a freshman. All right, so, and they play the same kind of defense that they've always played. So if you've ever seen them play in the past, they've created the same identity now. That's what Kentucky has not been able to do. You know, they couldn't run the ball. The quarterback struggled. They struggled in protection. They couldn't stop the run. So I think Georgia right now, to me, is a team that has the best identity of any team in the country.
Well, don't look now, Coach. Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin are kind of doing their thing. 72 zip first week, 52-3 second week. Now, obviously, it's far inferior opponents, but them being able to put people away that they're supposed to put away, maybe it's a sign of maturity. Jackson Dart, obviously, singing it. He's averaging over 400 yards a game, 8 touchdowns. They get a transfer from South Carolina and Juice Wells, who's their number 2 wide receiver behind Trey. Are they saying Juice? Yeah, they still got a lot of love for him. He's great at football, and Lane Kiffin is certainly finding him the rock. They got 2 transfers on the offensive line from Washington that won the Joe Moore Award trophy last year for best offensive line in football. So the line is solid. The D-line has 2 transfers in, one from Texas A&M and one from Florida. They're playing well. This might be the year for Lane Kiffin, Coach Saban, and I'm thankful that you were on the game.
Hey, keeper. So that should be 14.
That's a great idea.
The hottest shows. Crazy to say that again. Biggest movies. And most epic events.
What happens next?
For a limited time.
Join me.
The Disney Plus
I don't think he's a keeper.
Play to the level necessary so that they have more consistency in their play. They've made enough good plays, but they have so many negative plays, penalties, loss of yardage plays, sacks. I mean, they've got to eliminate that. And the other thing they've struggled with is they've really struggled to stop the run last week against Boise State. So you let the other team keep the ball all the time. So both those things they need to clean up this week against Oregon State.
Yeah, to your point there at the end, Oregon State has a guy named Jam Griffin who's averaging 125 yards a game. They're not scared to move the ball on the ground. Now, new transfer quarterback Giovanni McCoy. He gets head coach Trent Bray, who
It's hoping to be that 3-pounder.
obviously in there trying to keep the culture that Jonathan Smith trying to bring into Oregon State. So inside they're playing, it used to be called the Civil War. It's going to be a battle. And to your point, we got to keep these games in this slate every single college football year.
And both of these 2 teams that got left behind, Oregon State and Washington State, are going to ship them off to Syracuse. That's worked out okay. Here are the Superdog standings. I don't like how that 0 looks there at the bottom, Pat.
Yeah, I was in the penthouse, I'm in the outhouse. I'm the champion with no points, and it doesn't look like I'm getting any closer. Look at Coach, though.
Maybe this is the day. Who you got, LC?
I get it. Wyoming plus 9.5 versus
Ah, damn. Another little one today. Still doing the same thing from earlier, guys. Stupid tubes around wood. There's wood all over the place. I just cannot find any decent ones. Talking to some other people, and everyone's doing the same thing. Catching fish. Just can't find keepers. So I already know someone else is going to catch a keeper today. There's no one might be the only one catching a keeper. But so we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm having a fun day. Catching some fish. It's just gotta get some. But that was the second fish to eat it with straight, no, like all slack. When you do full slack on these tubes, it seems like they really get that death spiral going. So you just kind of wash your line. Good thing with that jig head, traditionally they don't swallow it. So I had that one earlier, got it kind of deep, but not deep enough. But here I always would. I keep doing it. Probably bounce around this Senko, free rig, do some shade. I might throw the frog around, but let's see if we can. We got about 2 hours, so see if we can. If I can get one more keeper, if I can just find like a 3-pounder, I think that will pretty much lock it up. Everyone I've been talking to has been struggling, so.
Just like Geico. Here's the next clip. But I don't play the code. Pass interference number 34. Wow. Doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico. It's Jimmy John's new Mediterranean wraps, made with sabra, hummus, and feta cheese, so you can enjoy fresh summer flavors with every bite. Hey, Clouds, beat it.
Keeper?
Now, that Jimmy
God damn now.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless...
Whatever team you think is going to win, pick the other guy. And you'll be fine.
It's too early to be fading yourself, Coach. It's too early to be fading yourself, but if it works, it works.
So we're going to see what Dick Finch is the opposite of what will happen. So is Boston College in the turn coming up in Western now. I think Boston College
Oh, god damn.
many weapons on the perimeter. Missouri runs away with this game late.
Missouri's been one of the most consistent, dominant teams at this point in the season. I have to go with Missouri.
You know what? I'll take Boston College. They're my super dog, but also, why not? They seem to be playing better football than ever. They believe. Bill O'Brien.
So the dinks were out. The water has really dropped in the last 2 weeks. I was fishing water between 70 and 72 the whole week or whole day. I went to the north end of the lake. The water was warmer. I spent probably way too much time on the north end of the lake, especially after the morning. I went back in the afternoon, should not have went. But thankfully, everyone else struggled like I have and how it's been on Wednesday nights. Like I said, I know you guys haven't watched a lot of them because it's really been me catching like 2 or 3 fish, or me fishing with Aaron, he's catching 2. But it's really been a 1.5 pounder, 2 pounder been caught as a keeper for big bass. The lake's just been rough this summer. But thankfully, everyone had the same problem as I did today, and I got the win with 1 fish, 1 pound, 7 ounces. But it literally acted like our normal our normal Wednesday nighters. You know, we'll have multiple boats there, and 1 or 2 people might bring a keeper back. It's just the big ones have just avoided all of us. Even the people who fish I like a lot and are really good are having issues right now this time. But at the end of the day, we got the win. Got some money put back in our pockets to buy some more tackle, because we can never have too much tackle. But we're going to go over a couple of baits. The one bait I've been mainly throwing is a stupid tube. I don't really think it really is that big of a game changer, because most of my bites are not on the fall. Most of mine are after it hits the bottom. So I think if I was throwing a normal jig and I just fished it slow like I fish a tube, I think I'll get the same amount of bites. I was throwing a free rig. The free rig was getting murdered. I think the big issue with my free rig was the pinchers were just too long and they're just short striking. But anyway, let's go into, we got the action started. First thing in the morning was the Maverick 734 with that loose LFS. Old gen now, I think it's Gen 2 technically now. But once again, if you guys are looking for a lower end designated buzzbait rod, the 734 is a really, really good buzzbait rod. Enough tip to launch a buzzbait. These are just 3/8. Casts are really good, but enough power even, I mean, I'm not catching 5, 6, 7 pounders all the time, so maybe if you're around more bigger fish all the time, probably go with a 735. But if you're like me, catches 1 pounders, 2 pounders, and a rogue 3 or 4 once in a while, the 734s are really, really good for that. This is a Spro. Been throwing it a lot this year, and I've built a ton of confidence in this buzzbait. I think it's called a Spro Squealer Buzz or something. I forget the exact name, but it's a 3/8. This is just white. 3/8. This is the trailer that comes with it. It's got a Last Tech. they do all right. It's just more of a profile thing. The braid is 30-pound Suffix 832. Just overall really good braid, just for all around purposes. If you're looking for just one braid to rock, Suffix 832 works really, really well. Blues LFS, like I said, this is old gen. I'm definitely getting a new gen once the new ones come out, because to my opinion, the Luz LFS is the best reel for 100 bucks, especially with the Fuego now being over $100. So it's really just the LFS and the SLX, and I just like the LFS more. I'm just a big fan of that. Next, I only caught one fish, but at least show it off, because if I get any time to talk about the Caden 734, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna talk about it. The Caden 734, once again, it's the best crankbait rod for all your shallowness. This is a Spro Fat John 50. I think they're like 3/8 or something. More shallow crankbait. It's like 2-3 feet. But this rod does perfectly. It's just, this is a really good, perfect crankbait rod. Got an old gen SLX 70 on there because they haven't made a new 6-speed yet for the new A's. But this combo paired is just so perfect. This SLX 70 bombs square bills really, really well. And 12-pound sniper. So once again, like how it's been for most of this year, one frog fish and that's it. I mean, I don't understand these bass anymore. It used to be such a good frogging lake, and I'm also not putting a crap ton of time in them, but one frog fish and that's it. Same combo as always, DC 735, a really, really good frog rod. It's got a lot of power, but that tip loads pretty decently into, it's not a straight broomstick. So this rod can be very universal for outside of frogging. They label it as frogging, pitching and flipping, and small swim baits. And that's 100% right. Probably once the frogging season gets over with, I'll probably be doing some swim baits, you know, some top hook, swim baits and stuff like that. But overall, the combo is just fantastic. Those are those scum frogs, the XS launch frogs. I think it's called Dusk or something, the black and white one. Probably one of the baddest frogs on the market. It's not the easiest frog to walk. It definitely takes some time getting used to how to walk it. You walk it way differently than your traditional. But it's got those red owner frogging hooks. If you guys have watched my videos at the beginning here, I got one stuck in my head, and even the guy trying to get it out of my head had struggles getting it out of my head because they're just a super stout hook. You can bend, you can pull a truck with them. They're fantastic, and they're owner, so they stay sharp all year long. And then, honestly, I would probably say one of the most slept under frogging reels, the Tranx 150. So it's an inshore reel. It's built for whatever the bass off of California. I forget, I can't think their name is, but it's what it's built for. It's, to me, if you love the Corrado series, it feels like a Corrado in my hands. It just feels a lot more, I just keep saying built. It just seems like it's just more like higher quality Corrado. Like it's got a 100mm all aluminum handle, maybe a stainless steel, can't remember top of my head. Nice, bigger knobs. It's just a fantastic reel. It's still lighter. This is lighter than my SLX 70s. I think it's like 7 point something. Box over there. It's a really light reel. So it balances rods out really, really well. It's just a fantastic, balances reels perfectly. It's such a good reel. So if you're in the market, you love your Corrados, you're looking good for a designated frog reel, Tranx 150 XG would be the way to go. And that's got 50-pound Spire Wire Durabraid 50-pound on there. Stuff's been really, really good. Even at 50, it's very, very strong and very durable, like the braid. I've bombed that frog way in the deep in trees and pulled the whole half the tree out, get the frog back out. Check my line feels perfectly. I've had to retie a couple times because eventually, but overall that braid has been very, very surprising. The rod did all the damage. That DC 733 with the Shimano Corrado 70. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times. This rod is fantastic. I love it. It's so good. If you don't know what 733 is, it's 7'3" medium heavy. Fast action. They labeled it as a Cinco Flukes spooks, spinnerbaits, and horny toads. Done at ratings perfectly. I wish you could put like below that and then write in like chatterbaits, tubes, or to me, Gary Dobbins should just eliminate all that and just write everything. Or pretty much everything, because this 733 does pretty much everything really well. I do think it excels at some stuff. Tubes, I think it's really good for chatterbaits as well. But we had a problem though. It happened. We had an insert break. Insert popped out. I don't really know what exactly happened, but it's a little bit older rod. It was probably me. I probably did something stupid, so I just switched the tube over to my other rod. I think I caught 2 fish on it, but the 733 is an absolutely fantastic rod. The good thing about Dobbins, I just reach out to them. I tell them which model I have. It's the end guide. They'll send me a new guide, and then I'll watch some YouTube videos on how to replace it. I've done it before. I remember being hard. I think you got to heat it up enough to get the glue off. You clean it up. You put new glue on, and you lay it back on. Make sure it's straight. So we'll attempt that later down the road. Once again, overall, we got the win though, so I was pretty happy. I'm glad for Mike and John to finally let me win one. Really appreciate it, guys. But they did lock up Angler of the Year for Cincinnati Bass League. I think with me winning it, I think I locked up second. I don't know. I think it still comes down to the final tournament between me, Sam, and Will. So let's see if I can at least lock up second place, at least feel halfway decent with a second place finish. And for everyone wondering about the West Side tournaments, I will not be competing in any more rest of the season, because they decided to do the championship down in Dale Hollow, down in Tennessee, and I do not have the funds or the availability to go down to Dale Hollow. So, kind of saddening way to end the season, but it'll be okay at the end of the day, because I still had a lot of fun with Westside Bass League this year. I learned a lot from the tournaments I fished with them. Had a lot of fun, caught some big fish this year in the springtime. Had a couple good frogging days. I'm definitely going to try to come back next year. I just got to find a full-time partner. Having a partner bail after the second tournament, third tournament, whatever it was, does not help. So got to find a partner, a full-time partner. But I like to support the businesses that support me. All their contact information will be in my description. But until then, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.